Level 76, when it rains. Judging by his countenance, the manager of suites has ill tidings for you. I suspected you might be awake. I could scarce imagine you sleeping through such a commotion. An entire host of sin eaters appears to be advancing upon the Crystarium. Emergency measures are being taken as we speak. Rest assured, however, that we are safe so long as we remain under the Crystal Tower's aegis. You may return to your quarters if you wish. Yes, I thought you might feel that way, and I cannot say that your assistance would be anything less than welcome. You must remain here to disseminate information to the other residents, but you are under no such obligation, and thus free to aid any of the townsfolk who may be in distress. The Exedra tends to become a point of congregation in times of need, crowded with those seeking solace and companionship. You would have my personal gratitude if you would offer succor to those there. We're gonna run to that. Fuel more advancing. They're sin eaters. The other one should have dissipated with the White Warden, right? Few townsfolk are about, and you spy none who appear to be in distress. Billy! I've only just returned from Amarong, yet I find the Crystarium moments from being beset by sin eaters. Where are they coming from? This shouldn't be possible. We restored the darkness. Well, this is a fortunate coincidence. Brother, tell me you have some idea why this is happening. I may, but for the moment we'll need to postpone such discussions in favor of action. The Crystal Exarch is preparing to deploy a barrier around the Crystarium as we speak. Ensuring that he is able to do so should be our first concern. There are a number of instruments placed about the Crystarium that function as anchors for the barrier. I'm on my way to activate them now. In which case 3 pairs of hands would be better than 1. Very well, I'll take the ones to the south. I shall deal with the northern apparatus then. Will you handle the western too? They're ensconced on platforms extending from the upper level of the Aetheryte Plaza. Upper level. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to be attacking. Unless they were forced. Fist. Oh. Hit it by accident. Despite having very little idea as to how it functions, it appears that you have activated the device successfully.
Traitors sighted! They're coming!
Like a bug zapper.
Excellent. The barrier is holding.
That's good news for the Crystarium, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Lena and the city guard have taken to the field. Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
Yeah. We've got like a... We'll have to join the vanguard as soon as possible. If the number of eaters we saw is any indication, we'll be facing a formidable host. Duty calls. Commence battle for when it rains. If your level sync is in effect, if you are above the maximum allowed level, will be synced as follows. Level 76, item level 409 person. Lovely weather, just what we needed. Seems the battle has already begun in earnest. Make haste. Crystarium forces are engaging the Sin Eaters at various locations across Lakeland. Assist them in defeating the Eaters before they are decimated. Got Domestone gear. You're shouting, come on.
Let's give it our all.
Help is at hand.
Yes. Down the road. Targetable. Those Eaters, they're moving towards Radisa's round. I can get aggro. I've got tank stance on it. Aggro, so kind of how it's built.
Leave the healing to me.
I'll have him down. Anyone hide it.
I shall protect thee.
You will rue the day you crossed my
Healing me,
path.
Alfie.
It was nothing.
Okay, where to? Most impressive. None of your own. Let's make for the imperative, shall we? Where's the captain at? Good. Glad to know the locals have all taken shelter. Nevertheless, we can't allow the eaters to gain any ground. With me! God's damn it all, we're too late. Could have ran faster. I'll follow the eater. You press on to the imperative. Lost too many already. We must hurry. Too organized. It cannot merely be acting on instinct. Cutscene. It is as we feared. Our task is as it ever was. Turn the tide. Lives of the wounded are in our hands.
On your feet.
Coming up. Arita. Doesn't like really aggro. Other.
I will not be outdone. Theory in practice.
But kill all these things.
If naught else will suffice, my strength is yours.
May the 12 guide you.
The stars shall grant thee succor.
Let's give them a show. With heart and steel.
Become.
There are so many.
They're weak though.
Ah, God damn it! Lena! Yeah! Lena, hold on. They turned on me.
Our soldiers.
This one is mine!
We need only hold out a little while longer.
Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right.
The reinforcement? Because I'm already here and it's not helping a whole lot.
Run! Run, damn you! The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now. God damn it! Please let this work. Please let this work.
Still just a ghost.
No. No, no. Stay back. Stay back. Help! Help! Why did you spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy?
Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
Goodness, don't know. Yeah, okay, we've been here. Seems we've driven them back, for the time being, at least. Wounded have been collected and are undergoing treatment now. Once they're ready to be moved, we'll have them carried back to the Crystarium. Dead as well, of course. Those whose bodies remain, anyway. When it rained, level 76. 76. Word from on high. Alizé is contemplating all that must yet be done in the wake of battle. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them, but even so, we simply don't have enough hands. Sure you're fit to fall over after what we've been through. Gods know I am, but if you could see to a few of the patients, it would be an enormous help. Captain Lena is about somewhere, so you might also consider asking her if there are any other outstanding areas of need. We'll talk later. Yeah, we came here like way earlier. Playing like a... Aye, we... Tear-filled eyes, the prone man gazes up at you. His fingers twitch as if to reach for you, but he lacks the strength to raise his hand. Thank you, but it's too late. One of them, it got me. If I turn, please. Please kill me, I beg you. One like hidden behind. Don't touch me. I killed her. I killed her. She was one of them, I know, but I... Poor as hell, man.
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need?
No, I'm fine. How are you feeling? You be resting? What would the guard do without their captain?
Appoint another. A captain's place is with her soldiers in the field. Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Thank you. Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again. Now, if you will excuse me.
I was meant to be sad, but I just thought it was hilarious.
I am fine.
Alright.
Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine. Hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not. Who I failed to protect when they needed me most. We've come so far, so goddamn far. I could have sworn the end was in sight, and now they will never see it.
Impudent worms of the Crystarium.
There he is.
The tragedy that has befallen you is of your own making.
Then he happens to
Divine
just be.
retribution for your defiance. The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me. I offer you freedom from pain and suffering, a paradise where man and sin-eater might live in peace and harmony. Why, already, our winged brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity. But you not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my sin-eaters. It is only right that they respond in kind. Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
So 76, word from on high, complete. Small favors. Lena is gazing solemnly upward, and it is not difficult to guess what occupies her mind. Balthu's ship is already gone. How flattering that he came all this way just to give his little speech. I apologize for my earlier outburst. Rest assured that I have no intention of allowing any of my wounds to affect the performance of my duties, especially not now. If I may, could I ask that you seek out Thancred and Minfilia for me? They endangered themselves on my behalf, and I would feel better knowing that they are well looked after. Thancred in particular sustained quite an injury from that Sin-Eater. I would not be surprised if he were in Spagorix still. Please, give them my thanks. Still isn't like where they make booze? Crystarium. Upper or lower? Maybe we'll go to the upper floor. can always just... Probably. Like any new cities, it's going to take a while for me to get where everything is. Well, we go this way. You're here for me? I'm sorry to put you to the trouble. I'm fine, really. The Eater landed an unfortunately solid blow, but the healers here have done wonders. I'm more worried about Minfilia. She's not taken it well. Could I ask you to speak with her? My attempts to reach out seem to have had the opposite effect. She's gone off to the Hortorium, ostensibly to fetch herbs for Chesimile. But just talk to her, will you? Okay. Looking at the map and I'm just walking in the walls. Says it's on. Go up and then okay, underneath. It's not too bad, I'm just... Cabinet. There you are. Celia appears to be lost in thought. Perhaps a gentle poke will get her attention. Oh, Zilly, what are you doing here? Thancred. My fault, you know. I jumped at the chance to help Lena, but I was careless, and now... My fault. You can make up for it by being there for him. And you'll be wanting to get those herbs for the healers. Oh, what have I done? I promised I'd be right back, and yet here I am. I know that I need to be better. I'm only allowed to be part of this because I'm Minfilia, and I need to be more like her. All I do is make mistakes, put others in danger. But you're right, I can still help. Only by seeing these herbs safely to Chesimile. There are only 2 left on the list, but I'll need to ask about this one. I've looked high and low, and I can't seem to find it anywhere. You mind collecting the other? I would hate to delay any longer than I already have. If you're looking for something with soft leaves, it's very fragrant, in an unmistakably medicinal way, I was told. We only need 2 sprigs or so. Once you've got them, you can bring them directly to Chesimile. Whoever gets there first can explain it. The other will be back shortly. Thank you. I appreciate the help. Plant has soft leaves and smells strongly medicinal. Well, that was super difficult to find. Plant has no scent whatsoever. It is unlikely to be the herb Chesimile asked for. Family. Chesimile. This plant has rigid leaves and smells of fruit. It is unlikely to be the herb Chesimile asked for. This plant has soft leaves and smells strongly medicinal. Yes. All right. Oh, Minfilia told me that you would be bringing the rest. Marvelous. With this, I can replenish our stores of medicine. We're struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that are being brought in. I wasn't on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patients' faces make plain that it was a horrible battle. And we're still fighting it, I suppose, though with bitter medicine rather than sharp steel. But we'll win, I promise you that. Seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you to yet another battlefield when you've just come off the front line. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts saved more than a few. With Spagarix in good working order, the Crystarium's people will be well cared for. More lie ahead, of course. Battles only you can fight. Not that we intend to let you do it alone, but that's a matter to discuss with the Exarch. You know the Exarch? We do. Was there something you needed? I need you to tell him something, for me. My dearest friend, you see, he was there on the battlefield with me, but only the one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wound killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad that I got to see the night sky. I don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know if what Valtteri said is true, if our losses are just deserts, and we doom ourselves to worse by continuing to fight this fight. But I believe in the Warrior of Darkness and the Crystal Exarch. I don't think what they've done is wrong, and I don't think we're wrong to fight with them either. My friend, he smiled in the end, just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So I want to tell the Exarch, don't give up, don't give in, please. We'll tell him you have my word. Level 76, small favors, complete. Level 76, the best way out. Thancred seems keen to quit the infirmary. You ready? Why not go on ahead to the Ocular? Keep the Exarch company while I fetch Alphino. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest armoro I can find, so we shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass on that message, eh? Great Exarch. Welcome, my friend. Tales of your heroism on the battlefield precede you, though I confess I found them more gladdening than surprising. I hear no few of our people have you to thank for plucking them from the jaws of death. Would that they had not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility for that lies with me. One of our soldiers said that? Thank you. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done, not now least of all. Though I mourn the lost, I will not lose myself to grief, and even should regret be my constant companion, I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. We have some time before the others arrive if you'd like to talk, as will I. And if I were to confess any doubts I might harbor, no one need ever know. No, I believe you have enough burdens without my adding to them. Nevertheless, thank you. Can you get some glory here? Gotta go kick Valtry's ass.
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
He's back.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, VFXIV may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power. He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord VFXIV.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Armorang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Amareng. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight.
Guess that's where we're going next, then.
Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser sin-eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a sin-eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia. If we travel to Amareng, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do! I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation. But it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Amareng we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
I'm so sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. Desolation, is it like right outside? Sorry for the wait, I'm ready now. And you're sure you want to do this? Completely sure? There has to be another way. Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger, strong enough to face my destiny, and I want to believe that I can play a part in saving this world. Hope you can find it in yourself to believe it too. When you put it that way, how could we not? It is your decision to make. Just be sure that you are prepared when the time comes. All are assembled, shall we depart? We'll follow your lead. What route would you have us take? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. Always something. I saw a Yulmorian airship coming in to land over Amarog while I was on my way back to the Crystarium. No doubt the same vessel that bore Valtry's forces to Raktika. Meaning we can expect to encounter armed resistance on our journey through the region. Right, now Nabath Arang lies in the southern reaches of Amarong, and there are two routes we can take to get there. First is the eastern route, which would lead us past Mord Suk. The other is the western route, which would require us to pass through the Hills of Amber. Anpelia and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's the more well-trodden path. It also makes for easier traversal of the Nabath Severance. But we can't use it. If we did, we'd need to cross the Severance from a point nearby the inn at Journey's Head. The Yulmorians caught wind of our approach. It could very well bring them into contact with the inn and its patients. We can be sure their activities would not meet with Valtry's approval. It will make the journey more arduous, but I believe it would be safer to take the western route, which brings me to my proposition. While you make for the Hills of Amber in the west, I will draw the Yulmorians' attention elsewhere, to an area in the east that I know to be uninhabited. That way you'll have a chance at reaching Nabath Arang unopposed, without risk to civilians. I cannot deny that it's a sound plan, but nor can I allow you to go alone. My skills will make your task at least somewhat easier, will they not? I will accompany you as well. It will afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. And if I go with the others, I'm likely to say something Thancred will regret. Well then, we'll leave the work of distracting Valtry's forces to you. The rest of us will take the western route and try to avoid attracting attention. With that in mind, I think it best that we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid path under our feet. We'll borrow a few Amaro for our own journey. I'll leave the rest to you, Mentil. Thank you. I'll try not to disappoint. Outside, I guess I better run this. Mark. I could probably continue with it. There you are. The gate leading to Amarong is just up ahead. In all the time I've been here, I've never ventured into the hills of Amber. Not that I'm particularly intimidated by new lands at this point, but we have more than enough reasons to be cautious as it is. Keep an eye on Minfilia for me, would you? Oh, I think this might have been where I needed to 80 job quest. You open this up. Not mistaken. Might be able to do that later this evening. MSQ. Control quest. Off so soon, Mistress Lizalthi? You've barely had time to recover from the battle. Well, if you're certain, I'm hardly in a position to question you.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garrick lie the hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
The place has been scarred by the flood, too. Who can say what lies ahead? But whatever else this road may be, it is mine to travel, and I don't plan to take a moment of time that I spend upon it for granted. Best way out.